Welcome to week 3 of our 12-week VO2MAX training challenge. Coach Jax here alongside Dr. Elena, and today we are looking at pure, unadulterated grit. Roza and Hesam are setting the baseline for a brutal Norwegian 4x4 protocol. Elena, explain what is on the line here.
Jax, they are chasing the single greatest predictor of all-cause mortality and human longevity.
Hesam has something to say here.
I'm going to try to set my speed for my intervals to 7.6 miles per hour for the whole intervals.
Hesam has just called his interval speed for today. Sorry to interrupt, Elena.
No problem, Jax. What makes today particularly interesting is that we have two completely different biological systems lining up to run the same protocol side by side at the same moment. Hesam, 38 years old, male, baseline VO2max of 48.5. Roza, 35, female, baseline VO2max of 33.8. Same ambition, entirely different architecture.
Roza is checking in.
I'm gonna set my speed range to 6.4 miles per hour for all my intervals.
Roza has locked in at 6.4. And before that number sits wrong with anyone, Elena explains how you should look at this difference.
Please do not let it sit wrong. Hesam carries a significantly higher hemoglobin concentration than Roza. That means his blood is transporting more oxygen per heartbeat. His cardiovascular system does not have to recruit as aggressively to reach the same relative aerobic ceiling that Roza is targeting at 6.4. The gap in belt speed is not a performance gap. It is two separate biological systems solving the same equation. The effort will be equivalent. The physiology guarantees it.
10 seconds.
10 seconds to the first interval. Roza already has her eye on the console. And the belt accelerates! Hesam locks into his stride immediately. Chest up, arms driving, eyes straight ahead. The shift in his face is instant. The calculation has begun.
Jax, this is the moment the sympathetic nervous system fires the opening signal. Heart rate recruitment accelerates, the vascular highway opens fully, and the body finds out how well the pre-interval vasodilation actually prepared the system for what is coming.
Roza is checking in early.
My heart is at 122. I'm feeling strong and fresh. Level of effort is 4 out of 10.
She is completely in control. Pump it up, DJ!
The goal in the classic Norwegian protocol isn't to sprint blindly. It is a controlled surge. They need to get their heart rates up to that crucial 90 to 95% intensity threshold within the first 90 seconds to maximize the time spent at peak cardiac stroke volume.
Hesam is checking in.
2 minutes. The first interval. My heart rate is at 166. Level of effort 5 out of 10. I'm still feeling in control.
Hesam's heart rate is at 166, and he feels in total control. Elena, is he even in the zone yet?
Jax, he looks cool as a cucumber in his 90% of maximum heart rate.
My heart rate is 173. I am still okay. Level of effort 5 out of 10.
And so is Roza. These guys are rocking it.
This is fascinating to watch, Jax. According to a landmark study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, this specific physical stretching of the heart tissue is the absolute key to scaling up human VO2MAX.
This is the grit zone, folks. The last minute of the first interval. You can see the heavy breathing, the sweat. This is where the real work happens.
This deep distress is the exact cellular signal needed to activate a master gene switch known as PGC1 alpha. Think of it as the body's construction foreman, ordering the creation of thousands of new mitochondria, the tiny microscopic power plants inside their muscle cells, to burn oxygen more efficiently.
Hesam is checking in.
My heart rate is at 169. Level of importance, 7 out of 10. Feeling okay yet. Not totally exhausted.
169 beats per minute. Not too shabby. Active recovery time. Bring that speed down, stand up tall, and open up those lungs. They survived the first round, but the clock does not stop.
This 3-minute window is absolutely critical. They must keep walking. Do not stand still. Walking keeps the skeletal muscle pump active in their calves and thighs, pushing blood back up against gravity to keep the heart full, even as the heart rate dials down.
He is back again. Let's see what he's about to say.
My heart rate is at 154. A minute into the first rest.
Pay attention to those recovery heart rate numbers. That says a lot about cardiorespiratory fitness.
So, how much drop in heart rate is considered good at this point?
A drop of 18 to 25 beats per minute is typical for a healthy, active adult. Elite athletes or highly conditioned individuals frequently experience drops of 30 beats per minute or higher within the first minute.
Now, let's hear it from Roza.
My heart rate is down to 140. I feel okay and ready for the next interval.
Notice how quickly they descend from peak interval values back toward baseline is one of the cleanest real-time windows into cardiovascular fitness that we have access to. The faster the drop, the stronger the vagal tone. I mean, the parasympathetic nervous system reasserting control over the heart rate.
Time for us to take a breath too before kicking into the next interval.
It's time for the DJ to fill in.
30 seconds.
Interval 2. The treadmills spin back up and they are immediately back to work. Look at the synchronization here. Flawless focus from both athletes.
Now that their system is primed, their heart rates will actually climb much faster into the target zone during this second interval. The cardiovascular system remembers the stress from just a few minutes ago and skips the gradual ramp up.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate is at 160. I'm still okay. not so much hard. So on the level of effort, it's 4 out of 10.
Jax, I feel Roza is visibly doing better compared to last week. She is ticking lower heart rate at the same speed this time.
I agree. She is more cool and calm a minute into the interval, and her numbers agree as well. Look at their postures. Both with proud chests, chins up, and arms are driving.
Excellent mechanics, Jax. They are deep into the work, but don't lose focus.
Let's see how the man is doing.
My heart rate is at 171. Level of effort 7 out of 10. I'm challenged, but still okay.
He is running close to 95% of his max heart rate and says his level of effort is 7 out of 10.
That's because he just got there. Wait for another minute, and then we'll see how he is doing in this zone.
Roza is checking in.
My heart rate is at 75. It's starting getting pressured, but it's doable. Level of effort, 6 out of 10.
Heart rate at 175 and 6 out of 10? Elena, I'm impressed here.
Same here, Jax. We are approaching the upper boundary of her physiological heart rate ceiling for her age. At that load, her ventilatory system is under maximum stress, producing more carbon dioxide than her lungs can comfortably clear. The lactate is accumulating. The brain is beginning to negotiate for survival. She is ignoring both of them.
What's up, Hesam?
My heart rate is at 173. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. Really challenged, but I can finish it.
Welcome to the analytical brain under metabolic stress. The numbers say 8 out of 10. The internal monologue says easily. Every single minute pinned here is directly expanding his cardiac compliance, allowing his heart to pump more oxygenated blood with less effort in the future.
Halfway home. Take a bow, you two. That was a masterclass in execution. Breathe it out, wipe down the sweat, and reset the clock.
They are halfway through, which means cumulative systemic fatigue is peaking. Their blood vessels are completely dilated, and the body is working furiously to shuttle accumulated lactate out of the legs and into the liver and heart to be recycled back into usable energy.
Elena, I've got some viewers asking if they only can use this protocol on treadmill.
While the original research was conducted on treadmill, the physiological principles are completely the same on any other cardio modality, as long as you hit the 90 to 95% of the maximal heart rate. Cycling, rowing, or any other activity can be as good as a treadmill, and that's the beauty of this protocol.
Hesam is checking in during the rest.
A minute into the rest, my heart rate is at 151. I think I caught my breath. Getting ready for the third interval.
He is recovering even better than the first round.
The first round was just a warm-up for his cardiovascular system, and now he is performing. And here is Roza.
My heart rate is down to 146. I'm okay. And I think I'm ready for the next half. Let's see.
This is definitely a good heart rate recovery number 2 minutes into the rest, and she is ready to sprint again.
Elena, after watching them both redline like this, is this amount of suffering actually worth the outcome?
It is not just worth it, Jax. It is biologically needed for this level of adaptation. This specific high-intensity interval format is vastly superior to steady-state work for increasing VO2MAX because it forces the heart's left ventricle to physically stretch. By peaking at that 90 to 95% intensity, they are triggering maximal stroke volume expansion, which is the only reliable way to fundamentally scale up the body's aerobic ceiling.
Second. Pumping up the speed.
Welcome to the championship rounds, folks. Interval number 3 is live. This is purely a mental game now.
This third block is traditionally the absolute hardest phase of a 4x4. The initial psychological adrenaline has completely evaporated, and the finish line is still miles away. Biomechanically, they must fight the urge to slouch. Keeping an upright thoracic posture is vital to keep their lung volume entirely uncompromised.
Roza is 1 minute into interval 3.
My heartbeat is at 161. I'm okay, not feeling so challenged. So level up of 4 is 5 out of 10.
I guess she is ready to try a higher speed for the next week.
I agree. She looks too comfortable from here. Her body is utilizing specialized proteins called monocarboxylate transporters, or MCTs, to shuttle lactate away from her burning legs so she can maintain this blistering pace without her muscles seizing up.
He picked up the phone for a check-in.
The fact that they both can manage to do these check-ins under this amount of pressure is impressive, Jax.
My heart rate is at 170. The level of effort is 8 out of 10. I'm feeling really challenged.
Every cell in the body is demanding oxygen now, and they are using some to handle these tasks in the middle of the sprint.
My heart rate jumped to 185. Getting pressure. It's getting hard a little bit. Hard to talk. Level of effort at 8 out of 10.
You can see how hard it is to complete a simple sentence here.
This is exactly how you can check the level of intensity in practice. The more you struggle to hold a conversation, the more intense the workout is.
Hesam, say it.
My heart rate is at 174. Level of effort 9 out of 10. Totally drained.
He is feeling it.
The fatigue is crippling into his legs, and lactate is accumulating faster than his body can clean up. This is deep water Jax.
Welcome to the deep water.
Different heart rates, different belt speeds, the same internal experience. That is the physiology doing exactly what it is supposed to do.
3 down, 1 to go. They have broken the back of this workout. Walk it out. Breathe deep. You have earned this rest, but do not lose that focus. There is one more peak left to climb.
They are on the precipice of finishing a world-class aerobic session. This final rest is about clearing just enough carbon dioxide and resetting cellular energy stores for one last 4-minute maximal effort. The psychology shifts completely here, Jax. The brain realizes the end is near, which actually triggers a minor neurochemical release of dopamine, helping to mask the lingering muscular pain.
Hesam checks in as we prepare for the final battle.
My heart rate is down to 154. A minute into the rest. I think I'm good. I'm in control. I'm ready for the last interval.
Roza checks in for the final recovery chat.
Heart rate is down to 149. I still need time to catch my breath, but didn't feel so much challenging during this interval. So I think I'm good for the next and last interval. Let's see.
Watch Roza's descent here. She earned that number completely. The parasympathetic nervous system is working hard to reclaim the heart rate in 3 minutes.
Music time! We're getting into the final interval, folks. Let's see if they can both cross the finish line.
3, 2, 1.
This is it! The final 4 minutes! No holding back, no saving energy for later. Empty the tank right here, right now.
This is where the magic happens. The cumulative fatigue from the first 3 intervals means that every single second spent in this final block is pushing their VO2MAX limits to the absolute maximum threshold.
Roza checking in.
My heart rate is at 165. Getting pressured, but it's doable. Level of effort is 7 out of 10. I think I'm doing okay the whole intervals, so maybe it's time to up my speed for the next workout.
Here you go. She reached the same verdict, Elena.
She did. You can see how different the performance can be from one week to another. Sleep, diet, stress, and a lot of factors play a role into the final outcome here. Jax, the body does not want to stop when the finish line is visible. When the brain knows the endpoint is defined and fixed, it adjusts its protective signaling.
Hesam checks in from the absolute peak of the mountain.
My heart rate is at 173. Level of effort is 8 out of 10. Challenge, like, in control. Feeling good.
This is the home stretch. They are emptying the reservoir. Drive the arms. Hold the pace. And now Roza checks in.
My heart rate is 187. It's challenging. Hard to finish the last line. Level of effort is 9 out of 10.
That is the highest number we have seen from Roza today. And it has arrived in the final interval after more than 20 minutes of sustained cardiovascular stress. That is not a sign of deterioration. That is complete and total commitment to the ceiling of her aerobic capacity at the moment it matters most.
Hesam, 1 minute to the finish line.
My heart rate is at 174. Level of effort is 9 out of 10. Can still go faster, but won't.
He says he can go faster, but he won't.
He doesn't need to, Jax. He achieved what he came for.
The sweat is pouring, the muscles are screaming. 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's look at these final numbers on the dashboard. Roza clocks in at 2.7 total miles, with an astonishing average heart rate of 164 beats per minute, peaking out at a massive 189 max. Very close to what she did last week.
And look at Hesam's numbers. Covering 3.17 total miles of distance, maintaining a rock-solid average heart rate of 155 beats per minute, and ticking up to a max of 176. The impact of increasing the speed is obvious in his heart rate numbers.
What those numbers show is textbook training execution. For Dr. Elena, I am Coach Jax. Congratulations to Roza and Hesam for completing another Norwegian 4x4 interval training, and to all of you watching and training, keep hunting those adaptations. We will see you on the next one. Stay tuned!